Well, hello, hello, and hello to all you wisdom walkers out there. This is Jojo Maria and Saroma coming to you with Astrology for Self Mastery for February 1st only. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's the full snow moon in Leo that I'm going to be talking about. And there was so much celestial activity in January, so many aspects to break down and integrate interpretations, and yeah, it was just endless. It just seemed endless. So I just did the end of January's 10 aspects on Friday. And although this month we don't have that amount of activity, no, no, no. There are only 14 aspects this month. But, but all that activity in January was culminating and preparing us for what comes in February. Yeah. And there are two big things. One is this new moon in Aquarius, and it is an eclipse, an annular eclipse. So that'll be a ring of fire around the sun. And then the other one is going to be the one I've been talking about and telling you about. It's coming, it's coming, it's coming. And that's the conjunction between Neptune and Saturn at 0 degrees, ground zero of Aries, which hasn't happened in over 4,000 years. So I'm really excited to bring you this information. And excuse me for 1 second. There we go. Okay. It's been such a crazy day that I forgot to put my soup on earlier, and so I put it on like 20 minutes before having to live stream, and so I could hear it boiling, and I was like, "Oh my God, I got to go turn that down because otherwise there'll be an explosion in the kitchen." But anyway, it's fine now. Yeah, it's all good. So, yeah, I am so grateful for this month. It's going to be very powerful, but at least so much work that I will have to do. And yeah, it's been crazy. But I'm liking the interpretations for this full moon, snow moon in Leo for you and for me as well. And when I'm working, I take breaks, of course. And so I got a call from my sister, and we're talking. And at one point, she said to me, "So, what's the down low on this full moon?" And I rattled something off, and then I thought to myself, I really need to do a dedication because it's just a nice thing to do. But just in conversation with her, I realized how very special and important my sister is. So, this live stream, this video, is dedicated to my sister Cheryl. And you see a picture of us being reunited in New York after my absence of about 8 to 10 years. I think that's how long it had been since I'd been back into New York. And it was for her 70th birthday party, which she didn't know about. And she didn't know that I was coming to New York. So we surprised the hell out of her. It's a great video that I got of her when she sees me standing in the living room. Yeah. And, I work with a lot of people, and of course, there are lots of family issues that people have and can have with siblings. And there was a time when she and I couldn't stand each other. I remember when I was in high school and or middle school, and I would say, yeah, if her and my brother weren't blood related, there's no way I would be knowing them. Yeah. But over the years, as life would have it, we have been able to really come together and respect and honor each other, accept each other for who we are, not be into resentment and anger and unforgiveness of the past. And my sister is truly bedrock for me, like my brother is as well. And these are the people who really remind me of the truth of who I am, remind me of our family legacy. My sister is my heroine in so many ways. She really is big sister to me. And she's introduced me to so many things like Lord of the Rings. She was reading it in the 1960s when it was just first coming to the United States. Yeah. She's a Trekkie. She's crazy about Avatar. She loves all things sci fi. And, she's just a remarkable human being. She's also um, in AA, and she's her commitment to that, which has been at least 12 to 13 years that she's been sober, is very, very inspiring. And she's also one of the wisest persons I know and that I get to talk to. She's amazing. So, Cheryl, I know you will listen to this. Thank you for giving me permission to share my love for you and how grateful I am that you are my sister. Yeah, girl. Love it. So, moving right along, I think I got a couple of comments here I want to share. Let's see what we got. Let's see who we got. Let's see. And Emily SP saying, that yes, you are lucky. Absolutely. Absolutely. And Daphne, hey Daphne, love it. Sister Power. Yeah. Daphne, I saw your live stream with Q. It was so good. Yeah, it was really, really great. Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, I am blessed with my sister. I mean, we've been through it. But we've come out on the other side to really, really love and respect each other. And that is a blessing. It is a great blessing. So I encourage everyone, open up to healing and forgiveness with your siblings or any family member if you can. It really, really makes a difference. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you're welcome, Dad. You're amazing. Absolutely. You all look so gorgeous in that, by the way, too. So this full moon in Leo, it is really potent. It's really potent. It has a beautiful energy of calling us out into who we really are, to be our authentic selves. And it's inviting us to celebrate and have fun, because that's what full moons really are for. And so today, when I wanted to do some body movement and I was thinking maybe some qigong or just some stretching, I heard a voice say, "Put on your disco CD." And I put on my disco music. Oh my God, I had such a good time. Yeah, yeah. Heart got raised up very quickly and easily. But I didn't overdo it. I didn't want to be dancing till I fell. So I got to a point where it's okay. That's enough shaking and moving. You did a good job. Okay, back to work. But that's to me is the energy of this moon. It is just, yeah, it is just calling us out into the truth of who we are. Hello, divine Aries. You are divine today, aren't you? Peace and blessings, my dear Jojo Pod. Right back at you, sweetheart. Absolutely. So here are the quotes for the month of February. Lena Stevens of the Power Path says the theme for February is go for it. The month starts out with a potent full moon in Leo supporting the clarity of our passions, but testing our courage, self esteem, and motivation at the same time. There's an energy to this month that is relentless in its task to push us in the direction of our purpose and liberate us from what is in the way. You will see this in the bigger picture of world events, politics, and social reform as well. Boom. And then from Moon Omens in their February report, they say, we are at the threshold of a new era. February 2026 marks the beginning of a new collective cycle and initiates us into a new chapter of our evolution. And then my wonderful Astro Butterfly, and give me 1 second because I gotta make this bigger so I can read what isn't. Hold on. So I can read what's his name? Oh, here it is. Okay, cool. Astro Butterfly says, oh, wait a minute. Look, this isn't even letting me read it. I'm so sorry. I don't know why the screen is acting like this. Oh, I want to read it. Let me see if anything can do here. Nope. This is really very frustrating, you guys, because I can't read the whole thing that she says. And the last piece that she says is what's most important. Oh, all right, I'm not gonna worry about it, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fix this coming up. But Astro Butterfly is saying basically too that we're at the threshold of a new era, and the Saturn-Neptune conjunction is so significant, so rare that it's hard not to think in terms of the world before and after February 2026. Yeah. I also want to remind you that February is Black History Month, and this year is very special because it marks 100 years since Black History Month was established here in the United States. Yeah, so that was in 1926. So it's been 100 years of this process. Yeah, very cool. I also want to let you know that this day is considered symbolic and the feast of the goddess and the saint Bridget. And here's a little bit about that. And yes, this is from the Gaelic and pagan traditions of Europe. So on on and around February 1st to the 2nd is a Gaelic festival marking the beginning of spring and the midway point between the winter solstice and the spring equinox. Deeply tied to the Celtic goddess Bridget, it honors fertility, renewal, healing, and fire, now famously merged with St. Bridget's Day traditions. And this midway point, that we're in between the winter solstice and the spring equinox is something to be aware of and to be celebrated because it really is a time of hope. So, just a little more history. The goddess Bridget in mythology, she is the patroness of poetry, healing, protection, blacksmithing, and livestock. She's associated with fire, the hearth, and fertility. And then Saint Bridget of Kildare, as Christianity spread, the goddess's traits were absorbed into Saint Bridget, one of Ireland's patron saints, and her feast day is also February 1st. Yeah. So I just like to add this indigenous wisdom into my sharing with you about what's going on cosmically because so many of those traditions really do impact us, and there's something indigenous people got because they're so more related to the earth and and what's going on and honoring nature. So it's really cool that we can still get access to this kind of information today. Yeah, really cool. So happy embolic. Yeah. We are still in Aquarius season. So happy birthday, all you Aquarians out there. I've got a niece whose birthday is coming up, a sour 17, Miss Tristan. And I think somebody, oh yeah, my niece, not my great niece, but my niece has she's an Aquarian. She has it coming up on the, I think it's the 13th of February. Yeah. And I know there's got to be one more Aquarian that I'm forgetting about. So forgive me. But yes, we are in the heart of Aquarius season right now. And here are the impactful days for February 2026. The beginning, it will be today, the 1st, and the 3rd, the 6th, the 10th, and the 13th. In the middle, this is the most important. This is the 17th, which is the Chinese New Year, the annular eclipse, the new moon in Aquarius. And then on the 20th to the 21st is that ground zero conjunction between Saturn and Neptune in Aries. And then at the ending of the month, we get the 25th and the 27th. So here we go with today, with this full moon in Leo. I want to just remind you about the meaning of the full moon in astrology. These powerful lunations symbolize the completion, accumulation, and the celebration of a job well done. A goal long yearned for, now nothing but in a very recent past. You can finally sit on your metaphorical laurels, look around at what you have done, take a deep breath, and rest a little. You deserve it. Yay. Full moons are not the time to start new things or worry much about what comes next. Instead, it's about being present and focused on the achievement you have accomplished. Wonderful. And I think it's important, as you're listening to these interpretations about this particular lunation, that you remember that this is really a time to say, yeah, here's where I am, here's what I got, and here's how I can step forward. Yeah. Like really, really giving yourself validation. Hello, Miranda Hurd. She says hello that she's here. Love it. And so this full moon is in Leo, and its primary message is step more fully into who you really are. Yeah, now that you've been doing all the work to be who you really are, it's time to step into it, wisdom walkers. Yes. So, full moon in Leo, authenticity and passion. This is a passionate, self expressive full moon that can test our levels of confidence and question our self esteem, but ultimately lead to a new level of inner leadership and power. I call that personal sovereignty. Authenticity and authentic intentions and expressions are key. There's a rebellious quality to the energy, especially around issues that are not truly aligned with who you are. Bringing in an energy of fun, play, and celebration is also important, as it will support whatever process you are in through a higher vibration. It's a potent time, so pay attention, be present, allow emotions to pass through, continue to let go of the old, and keep embracing the magic of what is possible just around the corner. And that's Selena Stevens, The Power Path. And then from Moon Omens, this potent lunation in the sign of the lion reminds us to stoke our creative fire and lead with our hearts. This is an invitation to follow our joy and trust our passion. Trust what makes us feel alive. The Leo full moon is especially significant for people with natal planets in fixed signs. That's Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. And I alerted my great niece and great nephew because one of them is Taurus and one of them is Aquarius. This event is highlighting something that needs to be expressed through them and ask them to trust and follow their creative impulses. It can correspond with a turning point in how they relate with their identity, creative expression, and purpose or visibility in the world, and offer them opportunities to step more fully into who they are and leave behind the ways of being they have relied upon in order to survive or belong. Yes, really, really, really important. This message will keep coming to us, I think, all year long, all year long. It's really asking us to grow up into the who we really are. And we'll be getting more of an understanding too as the months pass, why that is a key, essential ingredient in this evolutionary process that we're going through as humans. Yeah, really, really important. So, this full moon is making aspect with a cluster of planets in a stellium. And a stellium is when you have more than two planets or heavenly bodies in the same area of the sky. And right now, we have five: Mars, Pluto, Venus, Mercury, the Sun, in the sign of Aquarius. And so an Aquarius stellium can indicate an increased ability to think outside of the box and a desire to explore new ideas. The full moon is opposite the Aquarius stellium, Pluto, Sun, Mars, Venus, and Mercury. And notice that those are all three of our personal planets, including Pluto, and of course the Sun. And this is asking for a balancing act between personal authenticity and collective direction. The full moon invites us to ask, in this new Aquarian world, we're inevitably stepping into, what's my unique contribution? What's my unique contribution? So this is a questioning of, how do we stay in the truth of who we are and support the collective? How do we participate in what is needed to make the world a better place without giving away our power and our sense of what is true for us? Yeah, really, really potent. I love that. And so this is full moon in Leo, the Leo Aquarius axis, it's called. The Leo Aquarius axis invites us to remember that true belonging doesn't require self sacrifice or self abandonment, and that places where our authentic self is celebrated and welcomed definitely do exist. Yes. Under this lunation, we may have chances to recognize where we seek validation from the outside world and where our self worth and self love are still dependent on external recognition, appreciation, and approval. And that basically boils down, y'all, to making somebody else, something else, tell you who it is that you truly are, because the only person who can do that is you. The Leo moon opposite the Aquarius stellium highlights the importance of allowing our unique light to shine without dimming it for the sake of fitting in, while reminding us that our gifts are meant to be shared, not hidden. The Leo lunation ultimately reminds us that investing in our self actualization and in the development of our unique creative voice is not selfish or self indulgent. In fact, it is a way to nurture collective progress and support the evolution of humanity. Whoa, whoa, I'm just loving this. You know, if you've been following the monks as I've been encouraging you to, this is one of the things that they are truly demonstrating. Um, because they're telling us that if you want to see a change in the world, it has to start with what are you doing with yourself. If you want peace in the world, you have to learn and train your mind how to have peace within, and that's why they are teaching what they're teaching. It's so beautiful. But this, again, this message, this full moon is bringing it to us, the energy for us to actualize this, to really get that giving up the truth of who you are is not going to work anymore. It's not going to be a good day. No, 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 no. I love this one. This part of the message to me is the most important. This Leo Aquarius axis, yeah. And then let's talk about the snow moon, also called the bony moon. And for the first time I've had, because I have time tonight, I'm giving you all of the First Nations names for these moons that the Farmer's Almanac is sharing. The explanation behind February's full moon name is a fairly straightforward one. It's known as the snow moon due to the typically heavy snowfall that occurs in February. On average, February is the Northern Hemisphere's snowiest month. And I apologize to my listeners from Australia, New Zealand, and other places down under, but this report really is focusing on the Northern Hemisphere experience. Yeah, I'll get better as time goes on. The Cree traditionally called this the bald eagle moon or eagle moon. The Ojibwe bear moon and the Tlingit black bear moon refer to the time when bear cubs are born. The Dakota also call this the raccoon moon. Certain Algonquin peoples named it the groundhog moon, and the Haida named it goose moon. Another theme of this month's moon's names is external scarcity. The Cherokee names of month of the bony moon and hungry moon give evidence to the fact that food was hard to come by. And just a comment on that, and thank my Cherokee ancestors. But the understanding here is because it's bony and because there's external scarcity, meaning food is hard to find, right? Ain't no crops growing. So what does that mean? That means that you're going to have to find your fullness within. Yeah. It's like a call to go within. Don't make the 3D reality of what you can see become what you react to. Stay knowing and hopeful and faithful that more is coming, but you got to start from the inside. Isn't that wonderful? So in other words, if you want to have a good season of crops, you have to believe that. You have to feel full inside of you. Yeah, I love it. Love it. So, spiritual meaning for the snow moon. The snow moon marks a time of renewal in the depths of winter in the northern hemisphere. Due to the weather, the world slows down, allowing us to be more introspective and mindful of the world around us, particularly how we feel on the inside about partnerships and life. The spiritual meaning of the snow moon invites a gentle probing into this place of pause, a slow discovery of what is simmering beneath the still surface. By tapping into our internal resources, like I said, we can find the strength to make the necessary changes and the stamina to carry them through the season. Centering our energy on what's important helps us to realize that a lot of what we focus on isn't important. And that's what the monks call the monkey mind. I call it the pain body mind. So clearing our minds gives us the clarity we need to grow and evolve. Yes, very, very important. And then the snow moon, a message of hope. While the seemingly endless cold of the northern hemisphere can feel especially dreadful, especially if you live up here in Wisconsin in the sub-zero weather by this time of year, becoming attuned to smaller changes can brighten the spirit and act as a reminder that even the smallest shifts are harbingers of spring. Deep beneath the snow covered surface, there is a subtle stirring. Nature has begun the fierce yet tender work of a slow awakening of the forces that live within all living beings. Bulbs are beginning to push determined tendrils up through the snow blanketed earth with remarkable tenacity and hope. Tips of tree limbs that have sat leafless for months start to quietly stretch forth new buds. The sun has begun to rise earlier, set later, and is beginning to follow a higher path through the sky. Ah, isn't that lovely? Isn't that lovely? And it's so true. And it's not just about what's happening, in the nature we can see, but it's the nature within you. There's something growing that you don't know yet. But if you're really attuned to yourself, you can feel something stirring. Like I feel something is stirring. And this is so important for us to have a consciousness of. Because the more we take care of ourselves, the more we choose emotionally nutritious interpersonal relationships. Yeah. Then the more we are supporting this growth inside of us. And of course, the more we grow, the more we heal, the more we evolve, the more happy endings we can experience in life. Isn't that just wonderful? I just love it. Yes, I got a couple of comments. Kristen Lumpkin says, yes, rising. Absolutely. Divine Aries, no matter what's going on in the world, you have to feel good in the inside and peaceful in the inside. A question mark? Yes, my dear, this is how the universe really works. No matter what's going on, you have to believe in a higher timeline. Don't stay in the lower one. It will kill you. Yeah, trust me. And then Daphne says, emotionally nutritious interpersonal relationships. Oh, yes, darling. We need to be done with toxicity and poison. And remember, we get to choose. We are choosing this. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So, oh, somebody is saying, ready for more happy endings, sending you hugs. Yes, yes, Sarah Sweetwater, my darling Caroline. Thank you, thank you. She's amazing. Just love her. Absolutely. Daphne says, delicious. So, my dears, there you have the astrology interpretations, insights, and wisdom for this beautiful, potent new moon, I mean, full moon in Leo. And I just want to remind you that tomorrow is Groundhog Day. Yay! I love it. I love Groundhog Day. And because I am such a movie buff, you got it. Groundhog Day movie. Watch it if you can. The message in this is so, so powerful. I watch every year because it always reminds me of a truth that is so important about our healing, growth, and development, because we see this transformation, we see the length of time, we see what he has to choose and how he has to grow himself from looking outside to looking in. And it is done so deliciously. I just love it. Hey, Q. Thank you for being here. Yeah, girl. That interview with Daphne was like, it was fire. It was fire, talking about the grandfather ancestors. Lord, I got chills. Oh, it was delicious. Yes. Yes, it is lovely. Yes, it is. And yeah, Q, give me the information. I'll put it in my description box below this video. Um, the link or any more information. I can get the link, but any other information you got, I'll put it in the description box. So that was a really fire interview y'all did. Yeah, it was great. Absolutely. And then, of course, I want to keep reminding you about, yeah, this conjunction. It is coming. It is coming. And I can't tell you how important it is for you to be aware of this. February 20th to the 21st, when Neptune and Saturn hit ground zero in Aries. Because, as it says here, this is the dissolution of structures and systems that no longer hold significance, that no longer have purpose. This alignment emphasizes the need to close cycles, leave the past behind, and learn to navigate transitions with uncertainty, with faith, as we prepare to enter the next chapter of our lives. Yes. And then this beautiful, very rare aspect, the magic triangle between Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. This is so powerful. This is like the most consequential, positive, significant planetary alignment in our lifetimes and century. It's an amazing period of discovery and revelation, and it can benefit everyone. But all you Aries, yeah, divine Aries, Geminis, Aquarius, and if you have it in significant placement within your birth chart, yeah, this is a very, very powerful, wonderful energy that is coming. Absolutely. Yeah. And I also am walking with the monks, and I hope you are too in spirit. Please continue to pray for them. And I challenge all of you to do the morning exercise that they have given us, which is to wake up, get out a piece of paper, or put it in your journal. Today is going to be my peaceful day. Shay. And the months are going to be in DC sometime by maybe around the 11th or the 13th of this month. Yeah, it's going to be on. This is a powerful, powerful time. Absolutely powerful, powerful time. Yeah. Uh-huh. I've never seen it. Laugh out loud to Kristen Pumpkin. Thanks, Q. She reposted it. And she reposted the one that you all did before. Cool. Love it. And Divine Aries. Oh, I trust you. Yeah, because it's gonna take you on a little bit of a ride, but it'll be worth it, my darling. It'll be definitely worth it. And then, of course, just a reminder about my book, still available. Wisdom Walk to Self Mastery, Ancient Wisdom for Transforming Pain. Yes. So thank you for your patience with me. Thank you for listening in now or later. This month is going to be just incredible. And next Sunday, I plan to have the entire month, the rest of the months out for you. Well, maybe no, I got to do half. That's right, because I know if people have enough stuff about the 20th and the 21st, then I definitely will do it. But if I need to wait, I'll do that. And I will be putting out the Elemental Wisdom for February. It's a fire month. And I'll do that this Thursday. And then, yeah, we'll see what else comes along. But it's a full moon, it's a culmination, and I'm going to get me some soup and take some good rest. And I hope that you do too. Thank you, Christian. Thank you. Appreciate you, and you're welcome. And as the monks say, May you be well. May you be safe. May you be happy. And may you be peaceful. Ashe, thank you for tuning in. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye now.